How's it going, guys, and welcome to this live showdown between the Vampire Counts and the Skaven. So in this match, I think we're going to go with Heinrich's Zombie Horde, so let's go ahead and get this army selection rolling. So we're probably going to go with Von Hell's. I do think it's a good ability. We probably don't want to get Winds of Death or Curse of Years. I don't think that Heinrich has any abilities that really kind of augment his Winds of Magic regeneration, so for now this should be fine. We'll go ahead and get the Cloak of Mist and Shadows, which does give him 80% resistance, so if he's being attacked by like Skaven Assassins or something like that, it should make him a little bit tougher. Top that, let's go ahead and get the Chaos Tomb Blade. And the Chaos Tomb Blade, a lot of people don't even know what Heinrich does in general, but he actually has this item. It's like a mini Invocation of Nehek when he's in melee. Seems pretty good. So, as I said before, we're going to go with the Zombie Nation. So let's get 5 of those guys. We'll get a couple skeletons. We'll be spooky and scary. And what else do I get? I don't even know. We'll get some Graveguard, why not? And you know what, let's have some fun and get a Corpse Cart. And Mortis Engine is a bit of a risky pick. But if left unimpeded, it can do some massive damage against the Skaven. But you have to get Terrorgeist to deal with Doom Wheels. If you don't, the Doom Wheels can just run chop on you. So we'll get those. And actually, you know what? Forget that. We don't need a Mortis Engine. Let's actually just get the Devils. I feel like this could be really fun. I want to get the Devils. They have Vanguard deployment. All right, that's going to be pretty wild. And on top of that, maybe we get some Cairn Wraiths, although the Skaven have a ton of magic damage units, so I don't think that's a good idea. We could get a White King to kind of help defend, but I think we just get some mobility. And yeah, our front line honestly can wear down the Skaven over the course of a long battle, I think. So I think we just get some Hounds to like pressure the back line, go after artillery pieces, and go after Skaven Slaves. Because Skaven Slaves, I don't think they can stand up to Direwolves, actually. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, a bit of a goofy build for you guys. Hopefully you're ready for some fun times, and let's see what happens. But yeah, the Devils do have Vanguard deployment, so maybe we could like deploy them behind my opponent, like behind his artillery, and maybe he won't notice them. I don't know if they can actually be hidden in trees, like units like that. Yeah, we'll have to find out. But Heinrich, you know, I wouldn't say he has a niche in this matchup. He's really fun to use, but what's cool about summoning Krell is that Krell does cause fear and terror. So to a Skaven army that is already suffering from leadership issues with fighting the Vampire Counts, it's going to, you know, help compound their issues and hopefully be relatively effective. You know, honestly, I feel like Terrorgeist might not be terrible here. They do really good damage against lightly armored targets. So, like, I'm talking, like, you know, just kind of low-tier Skaven troops like Clan Rats and, you know, even Plague Monks and stuff like that. I feel like they might get shredded by the Devils. So, we'll see how it goes. And we got our... as the Gobbo King would say, our Hoopty cart right here, the Corpse Cart with the Unholy Lodestone, which is going to hopefully make our zombies a little bit more effective. But I've been on this kick lately. I feel like zombies are actually good. Like, I don't know. Like, I used to just be so opposed to using them, but I've been having so much success against, like, people who are actually, you know, pretty decent players. So I'm like, all right, well, let's keep this train rolling and see how it goes. We're going to get our skeletons in the secondary line. The Graveguard can kind of be stacked up here. So we do have several layers he's going to need to get through. So let's do that. And then on top of that, we want our Corpse Cart with the Unholy Lodestone to be in the middle. So the Lodestone does have a healing, so it's basically like very similar to a Mortis Engine, except it doesn't do damage. Oh, I didn't mean to have that open. My apologies, guys. And it also does give 5 melee attack and 5 melee defense, which can, you know, make your zombies a little bit better, I should say. So let's get our Dark Lord over here, Evil Gandalf as we call him, and we probably want to get our Terrorgeist kind of just lurking in the shadows back here. So the Terrorgeists are really good against Skaven too. They cause fear, terror, and do these guys have Vanguard? I'm pretty sure they do. So I think there's probably some trees we could hide them in back here. So let's do that. Put them in group 2, group 3 for now. And yeah, the Direwolves I think are pretty good picks against Skaven. And these guys have Vanguard. Can they hide in the trees? I don't think they can. Maybe we just, can we like get them on the back of the map right here? Maybe in this like little forest. I don't know. I still think he's going to see him, but we'll just do it anyways because chances are he's probably lined up right here and he has his Warp Lightning Cannon facing this direction if he does have one. And, you know, hopefully we can mitigate that. So this is actually really good. So the zombies are meant for this. They were born for the single purpose of just taking this damage like champs. So he has some Skaven Slave Singers in the back. So I think we actually just go feast on those guys real quick. Let's pull these Direwolves back. Let's get these guys kind of, yeah, we'll just hang tight with those. We don't want him to, yeah, I think he's advancing, so we need to deal with that. So yeah, the zombies are getting worn down, but I mean that's their job. Like they were born for that. They're gonna do a great old job here. So we have Krell in about a minute, which I think should be pretty good for us. So let's go ahead and jump on these slingers here. These guys can jump on these slingers here. Let's get these big nasty Fellbats coming in here as well. So yeah, I'm actually really excited for this battle here. So let's get the Terrorgeist. We can put them in a separate control group. You probably want to go after the Rat Ogres here and then the Rat Ogres here because those are large targets and they're very, very good targets for the Terrorgeist. So let's go ahead and use a Breath Attack on these Clan Rats and then a Breath Attack on here. Do we want to do that on these guys? Yeah, we'll just engage for now. Should be fine. Great, so the battle's underway. We can go ahead and summon some zombies right here to kind of muck things up a little bit more. We're going to scurry away, and it looks like there is a Vermintide coming in. So, yeah, it looks like our Direwolves in the back are doing a really good job. And these are Gutter Runners. Oh, man, so we can totally feast on those guys. And where are those Rat Ogres at? Let's go ahead and engage with the Terrorgeist. And, yeah, a fierce battle so far, but Heinrich's got a bunch of zombies. And honestly, I feel like the Skaven army's just going to get kind of whittled down over the course of a long battle. And the Hounds are chasing those slaves pretty efficiently, but we need to get these guys. And what are those? Those are the Devils back there, so we can kind of keep feasting on these guys. It should be fine. And it's just time waiting for Krell, guys. That's all I want here. So we're going to keep summoning more zombies, and we probably want to do it behind the Skaven so they have leadership issues. But it looks like we did get buckled a little bit right here. So let's actually go ahead and pop this Invocation of Nehek right here, which is going to hopefully help out a little bit. And these Terror guys did a pretty good job, but I think we need them in the main fight. So let's pull them in here. Let's get this Terror Geist in here as well. And hopefully we can start giving our opponent some terror issues. So his Lord's over here, so we want to summon Krell next to his Lord and have Krell just go, like, you know, a little bit wild on his Lord. Let's pull these guys in, have them re-engage. These hounds can come over here, and good. So Krell's in action. Oh, man. Oh, Skrulk. You're fighting the mighty Krell. So Krell should be able to do some good damage. We could start trying to goon Skrulk, but I think we're in an okay situation. The Terror Guys are a little bit surrounded for my likings, but not the Terror Guys, the Vargulf. So let's pull this guy out. We probably want to kind of optimize the efficiency of our targeting here. And what are we being hit by? Oh, it looks like a bunch of Plague Mice. So we could go ahead and pop the Cloak of Mist and Shadows, which is going to give us some resistance against damage. Go ahead and summon some zombies here, and then let's go ahead and run this way. All right, great. So we do have some troops coming here. Let's go ahead and get him collapsing, and let's have this guy go after Skrulk as well. And man, Krell is laying a whooping on Skrulk right now. So let's get the Terror Guys and just take him out. We need to finish that filthy rat. And it looks like Heinrich's Cloak of Mist and Shadows actually saved him from a bunch of damage. And our little cart right here is going to be healing all of our troops in a very, very good battle so far. So let's get these hounds back in here. We'll have one go after these gutter runners, and this other group can go ahead and rear charge these sensor bearers. Great. So I think Skrulk's in some trouble. Krell is laying a whooping on him, and yeah, he's very, very low. So we can just go ahead and have one of our Terror Guys chase those guys down. Where's Skrulk? The zombie hordes are enduring, guys, and our Heinrich Kemmler is just the new metagame, guys. I think he's going to be a top-tier pick. So these the Devils of Schwarzhofen also getting 36 kills. So man, I cannot complain. The Direwolves are going to actually do really good damage against Sensor Bears, who are incredibly squishy. So let's get our Terror Guys, make sure they're finishing off that filthy Rat Lord, and it looks like he's scurrying away a little bit. So we want Krell back in the fight so he can like terror out some of these guys. And then we can send our Terror Guys to go finish him off. Let's get this one up here to use a breath attack across the formation. And yeah, really, really good battle so far. As long as we can keep our Lord in pretty good shape, I think we're okay. Let's go ahead and pop some more zombies on top of these Clan Rats in the back line. It looks like that Terror Guy should be able to polish him off. And this other one is going to be engaging here. And you can see he's going to start having some leadership issues from the terror that my big bad Krell causes. And he's actually pretty healthy. He hasn't taken much damage. So let's get these Sternsmen pushing forward just to make sure that the rats stay off the battlefield. And it looks like there's a mass exodus of the rats fleeing across the lands. And yeah, all right, I think everything's under control. We could use another breath attack right here, I think. Yeah, we could. I wonder how good that'll be against Skrulk. Let's actually go ahead and try it. So we're going to try and roast him right here with this Death Shriek. And that actually didn't do bad damage. Yeah, we'll keep chasing him here. And the Terror Geist, I don't know if there's any other great targets, really. He does have some, like, Rat Ogres and other things, but we're just going to kind of have a Doom Ball. We want the Terror Geist right here, which does have Anti-Large and Armor Piercing to be focusing on Rat Ogres. And the Devils are just going to be hunting the rats, which is so great. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it, but, you know, I'm surprised. Heinrich actually seemed pretty good here, all jokes aside. We're going to get a fat, juicy Invocation of Nehek on this big blob, which should be pretty helpful here. He does have some troops rallying, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do much against us. I feel like this Terror Geist could probably, like, solo this entire pocket. And the zombie hordes are moving forth. You can see Skrulk is scurrying off the battlefield, and the Terror Geist should make sure that he stays off. And, you know what, let's actually pull back and do a breath attack. Looks like that's going to be it. So, yeah, guys. Like, I honestly like the zombie builds. Like, this one group of zombies got 17 kills, and the Chithe got 7, which I guess isn't bad, but, I mean, they were fighting Skaven slaves and stuff. But, so, basically, you just kind of muck them up with the zombies and skeletons. I mean, 40 kills, 23, and, you know, 31 here. And with the Corpse Cart, like, all of those very cheap units get a huge augmentation to their melee attack and melee defense. Well, it's not huge, but proportionately speaking, if you look at their overall stats, it's pretty good. Sternsmen and the Graveguard kind of anchor your army, and Direwolves are really good against Skaven. They're fast, and most Skaven skirmishers, like, are decent combatants, but Direwolves actually have pretty good combat stats. I think they have, like, 26 melee attack. They're good at chasing down, and, you know, slingers and just, like, artillery crews and things like that in the back line. And I honestly like the Devils. I think they cause fear and terror. I'm not 100% sure if they do. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, the Corpse Cart was also another pick I liked. It's like a cheaper Mortis engine. Skaven, like a Warp Lightning cannon, could do some damage to that, but also the Undead, or the Vampire Counts, are very good at swarming artillery crews. You can summon like Zombie, you can get Direwolves attacking it. There's like a lot of different angles you can take. And the the Terror Guys, I think, are a must. They can deal with Rat Ogres, they can hard counter Doom Wheels, and Doom Wheels aren't that good against Vampire Counts in my opinion, but you still need something to deal with them, because if you don't, they're just going to be this massive like armor-piercing thing rolling through your troops. But yeah, it was good. On top of that, I think Heinrich Kemmler, like all jokes aside, Krell was really good. I think it surprised my opponent. Like the fact that Skrulk was kind of sitting comfortably, he was using Liber Bubonicus on me, he was just kind of cackling and just being an evil rat, and then he gets, you know, beaten down by this huge cornate skeleton, which I think was really cool. So I think Krell was good, and he terror-routed a lot of my opponent's stuff too. So yeah, it was definitely fun. For my opponent's army, I definitely like Skrulk. It's the best choice. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of Skaves in this Skaven slaves in this matchup. Skaven. I'm not a huge fan of Skaven in this matchup, but I feel like they get because basically everything the vampire counts have causes like fear at the very least, even zombies. So Skaven slaves are immediately going to have massive leadership penalties, especially if you summon anything behind them. Granted, they're so dirt cheap, it's like hard to say. Like they still, I mean, got a lot of kills actually, 36, 25, and 13. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe a couple more Storm Vermin just to have some like an anchor in your army. I like the Plague Monks, Censor Bearers, maybe some regular Plague Monks too, and then mixed in with like Storm Vermin with Halberds. Maybe, I don't know. Sword and Shield. It's a little bit hard to say. I haven't played this matchup too much from the other perspective, but I do like the Rat Ogre pick a lot. It gives you some meat and potatoes, and they're actually do a pretty good job hammering down the Graveguard. So yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this Heinrich and Krell showdown versus Skaven, and guys, I got a lot more content coming soon.